What's up, everybody? This is Tim from Arm Wrestling Secrets, and today we're going to be working on the muscles of the wrist extensor. The wrist extensor. Okay, remember that the primary muscles or the primary movements of the wrist and the forearm are these, okay? So you have radial flexion, otherwise known as ulnar deviation, okay? I like radial flexion better. Radial flexion is this rising pressure, radial flexion. Wrist flexion, the hooking motion is wrist flexion, okay? Low hand top roll, ulnar flexion or radial deviation, okay? And then we have what we're working on today, which is wrist extension, okay? Which is wrist extension, okay? Now, keeping your wrist extensor strong, all of these muscles on the top of the forearm are your wrist extensor group, okay? And they're really, really important for the stability of your entire wrist and everything like that, okay? So we're gonna be working on that group today. I'm gonna show you some of my favorite exercises for keeping those strong. Stay tuned. Okay, guys, so to work the wrist extensor muscles, one of my favorite exercises is a standing barbell, is a reverse barbell curl, okay? So we're gonna be doing this. Easy curl bar, okay, like this. What we're gonna do is take a reverse grip on this, and we're also gonna be using those grips, the fit grips, okay, the little handles that we're using to kind of widen out the grip. Let me cut the video here, and we'll take a look at what it looks like. Okay, guys, so here's what the bar looks like now. Okay, so I got the fit grips on there. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is take a reverse grip on this, and I'm gonna curl it. Okay, so we're gonna be grabbing it with an overhand grip, okay? And I'm gonna take my thumbs out of the motion, so I'm not wrapping those around, okay? I'm taking them out. Okay, it's gonna work my grip a little bit better. Okay, so here's our exercises. Elbows are right at your sides, okay? And we're curling the weight, keeping your wrist totally straight, okay? Curl, curl. Okay, I'm gonna pick something a little bit heavier and we'll go from there. Okay, guys, so I got the bars lined up on the floor right here. So we're gonna do a drop set with these weights, okay? This is a much more efficient way to do these exercises, and you're gonna notice that this is one of the things I really like to do is drop sets, where you start with the heaviest weight, and then instead of stopping, you start with the heaviest weight. In this case today, it's gonna be a 40-pound reverse barbell curl with the fit grips. I'm gonna take a break. Once I hit exhaustion on the 40, I'm going to grab the fit grips. I'm gonna trade them over to this bar. That's all the rest I'm going to take. And then I'm gonna do a maximum set with the 30s, take the fit grips, switch them to the 20, and do as many reps as I can with the 20s. And I'll show you guys what that looks like right now. Okay, everybody, so here we go. So we're gonna do a reverse barbell curl set of drop sets, okay? So we're gonna start with a 40, 30, and a 20, and we're gonna use the fit grips. Here we go, we're gonna watch, okay? Okay, once again, we're taking the thumb out, okay? We're not putting it over. It changes the exercise. So you have to pinch this really hard with your fingers. Okay, here we go. Turning to the side, elbows are at your side, okay? Curl. 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 Your elbows are right at your sides. Curl. Curl. These are starting to get tiring. Okay, switch the grips. Switching to the 30. These are a lot harder than they look, okay? Oh my goodness, especially with the grips on here. Okay, and I switch to the 20, just give me a second. I'm gonna switch the grippers. Okay, just takes a second, and then one more set. Okay, 20 pounds only. It feels a lot heavier. Remember, the thumb is out. Your fingers are all alone here. You're going till you can't do another one. You go until you can't do another repetition. And that's it. And then rest, and we'll go on to another one. Okay, guys, so exercise number 2 is going to be our reverse wrist curl for the wrist extensor group off of my favorite box. Okay, off the plyometric box, we're actually using very small dumbbells. This is a 10 with a fit grip, an 8 with a fit grip, and then a 5 with a fit grip. We're going to do my favorite thing. We're going to do drop sets with this for maximum endurance. Here we go. Okay, guys, so the next exercise we're going to do is a reverse wrist curl using the plyometric box. Remember the other day I made the video about the importance of elbow stability while training? Okay, so this is where we're getting into the elbow stability part. Okay, so we're working the wrist extensor group, and we're working it into kind of an active curl here. Okay, so what we're going to do is use the box. I'm going to show you what it looks like, and we're going to do an active drop set. Okay, going from the 10-pound dumbbell to the 8 to the 5 with no rest at all. Okay, here we go. Okay, so on this exercise, we're going to be turning the hand over. Okay, so the hand is turned over. So unlike a hammer curl, or unlike a regular bicep curl where the palm is turned up, or a hammer curl where the thumb is turned up, okay, we're not working the radial flexor group. Okay, so those are different muscles. Okay, we're not working any of this. We're working the wrist extensor group. Okay, so much weaker muscle group. Okay, so that we're focusing on keeping the hand turned over, and this will really help with your top roll. Okay, so look at this. Okay, so I'm getting into the box, and I'll show you this again from the front. Okay, so you can see what it looks like, and then I'll start the drop set. Okay, so getting into the box, we're turning the hand over. Okay, let me move the box back just a little bit, because you get the idea. Okay. Okay, so my arm is on the box, elbow's on the box, okay? Hand is turned over as far as I can. I can't turn it more than that. So I'm fully pronated, okay? And then I'm going to curl with my palm facing down, okay? I'm not gonna go all the way down, okay? Halfway, kind of curling. Let me show you what that looks like from the front, okay? Okay, so I'd have my elbow right on the box, right about where it would be in line with my body, okay, for an arm wrestling position. And then once again, my hand is turned down. It's much easier to curl it with the palm up, and it's much easier to curl it with the thumb up. It's a lot harder with the palm down, okay? So you'll be surprised. This doesn't need to be heavy. And remember, it's a lot harder with the fit grips on there, okay? So I think this is actually a pretty good position to see the angle from. So I'm just gonna do the exercise from here, and I'll do it all the way through. Okay, so hand is turned over, okay? And remember, we're stopping at the top. I'm keeping my knuckles high. I'm not gonna drop this hand, okay? Remember, we want to hit complete muscle exhaustion before we quit. Okay, this is starting to get pretty hard. Okay, almost there. Okay, and I gotta stop. Okay, I'm gonna move right onto the 8-pound. Okay, same thing, same position. Curl, curl, curl. Elbow's stable the whole time, so my elbow's never coming off the box. Okay, and then I'm gonna switch the grip to the 5. It just takes 1 second, and this is only 5 pounds. I could probably go a little bit heavier, but you get the idea. So we're trying to pick a weight that's heavy enough for you to hit muscle exhaustion by about 10 to 15 reps all the way through. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, guys, so exercise number 3 is gonna be a reverse dumbbell curl with the fit grip, okay, on the dumbbell, and we're gonna be crossing over to the other side of the body. So let me show you what that looks like standing up, and then I'll demonstrate it on the box, okay. Okay, so the motion we were just doing on the box was with the hand turned over, we were curling like this. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is change direction a little bit. Same position with the elbow, we're gonna be curling towards your elbow, or towards your shoulder, okay? So palms turned over on the box, we're curling this way. We were curling up, okay? Now we're gonna curl this direction. But we're gonna be doing it on the box, okay? And we're gonna be doing the same thing. I like the drop set because it builds a lot more endurance that you need for arm wrestling. Instead of just doing straight sets, I don't do a lot of straight sets. I like the drop sets, okay? So we're gonna do those again. Let me set up the box and we'll go from there. Okay, everybody, reverse wrist curl with the box and then coming to the opposite shoulder. Okay, so here we're gonna do another drop set. I'm gonna do that live with you. I might be able to go a little heavier, but let's just stick with that. Okay, so this is what it's gonna look like. Here's a good example. Okay, I'm gonna show you from the front because it's easier to see, okay? Okay, so same weight, 10-pound dumbbell, okay? And I'm keeping the thumb wrapped around. I don't like to turn it all the way over on this one. I'm gonna keep it here because I lose my grip, okay? So getting on the box, okay, so here's the thing is we're trying to get into an arm wrestling position, so the arm should be kind of in the middle of the body if you can, or close to it. It's probably gonna slide to the right a little bit, but try to be as close to an arm wrestling position as you can be within the confines of the exercise. Okay, so hand is turned over on purpose. We're fully pronated. I can't pronate any more than that. Okay, and then I'm pulling, instead of straight up like we were doing before, I'm pulling towards my opposite shoulder. Towards my shoulder, like a top roll motion would be, right? So if we're top rolling, okay, same motion, now we're straight down with the dumbbell. Okay, so here we go. I'm touching my shoulder with the dumbbell, okay? They're harder than they look. I'm going till I can't do any more. Okay, hand turned over, same thing, all the way to the shoulder. All the way to the shoulder. Knuckles are high, we're not dropping this, okay? When you can't touch your shoulder anymore, you know you can't do any more. Okay. And we're dropping to the 5. One more time. Touch the shoulder. Touch the shoulder. One more, and that's a great exercise. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, guys, so exercise number 4 is going to be some active wrist extension. Everything we've done so far has kind of been isometric wrist extension where we're curling where the wrist is trying to stay stable. For the most part in arm wrestling, that's pretty much what you're going to be doing. You're going to be doing a lot of wrist flexion in arm wrestling. You won't do too much wrist extension usually on purpose. You just want to be really strong so that so that the entire wrist is stable. If all the muscles on this side are weak, okay, the wrist isn't going to be stable and you won't have strength on either side, okay? So even though you're not going to be going into this position as much in arm wrestling, those muscles need to be extremely strong. So we're going to activate those and we'll put them into an active exercise on this one. Same dumbbells. Now this is a really simple exercise program. It's the same dumbbells I've been using for everything else. The 10, the 8, and the 5 with the fit grips. Okay, so here's our exercise, and I'm just gonna go right into it. I'm gonna show you what it looks like, and then I'll go right into the exercise. Okay, great exercise. We're still using the box. I'm not gonna drop my arm all the way down on this one. I'm gonna actually use the ledge of the box, and it kind of comes in handy. Okay, so grabbing the 10, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna leave my elbow, or I'm going to leave my wrist with just enough room on the edge of the box so that it's going to come down, and then I'm going to extend up, okay? Down, extend up, and we're coming as high as we can. We're coming to a complete contraction of all of these muscles here, of the wrist extensor, okay? And I'm going to do as many as I can, and then I'm going to switch to the 8 and then the 5, okay? I held that one for a long time, so that was like a few reps, okay? Rest, okay? Drop to the 8. Okay, same position. over the box. And you might not be able to do very many. These are really hard. Okay, and then down to the 5. My muscles are getting pretty tired. Okay, and then the 5. Active wrist extensions. Okay, this is a small muscle. These are small muscle groups. There's a whole bunch of small muscles. I'm going to go until I can't do another one. Okay, you guys, now here's the exercise equipment we're going to be using for the last wrist extensor exercise. Okay, so we don't need much weight on these at all, okay, especially now that I'm getting pretty tired. Okay, we're just going to use a 5-pound plate. We're going to use a plate loader, okay, and we're going to put this on the ground. We'll be using my turning handle, okay? I like to use these for different things, mostly for hooks and things like that, but we're going to use these for wrist extension. And then, of course, as usual, we're going to be putting on our fit grip as well, and I'll show you what that looks like on the box. Okay, guys, I moved the camera down for you a little bit. Okay, so just so you can see my movement here. Okay, so here's how I put everything together. Okay, so I got my plate loader, 5-pound plate, carabiner, I got my hooking handle, and then I have my fit grip, okay, and like I said, it's only 5 pounds, 5 pounds, okay, so with this one, we're gonna get back into arm wrestling position using the box, okay, and then we're gonna do active wrist extension. This is our last exercise for the wrist extensor. Okay, so here we go, and I'll show this from the front so you can see it better, okay. Turning around, okay. So what I'm gonna do, get back in arm wrestling position here, and let me move this box back so you can see my arm. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so now I'd be facing my opponent. Okay, now my elbow's stabilized. I really like to train that way, but this one is really, really hard. Okay, we don't have much strength left either. I know I don't. Okay, so with this one, actively trying to, I take my thumb out again. Okay, I don't keep it wrapped around, I keep it out, okay? That makes my wrist extensors have to work harder to hold on, okay? And I'm gonna twist up. High as I can go, knuckles are high. Not really curling, I'm just wrist curl, but I'm not actually adding my arm to this, okay? I'm just making my wrist do all the work, okay? And let me show you this from the front, okay? Turning this around. Okay, and how this would look from the front, okay? So we're here, arms in arm wrestling position, okay, and then we're going to be pulling up, okay? That's our exercise. Thumb is out. And we're gonna go as many as we can until we can do another one. I don't do any drop sets on those ones. Those are pretty tough at the end of a workout, so that's a great way to finish.